Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, I am Monica and you're watching Mississippi Glam. So I wanted to do a real quick beauty video for you guys. I have been sick for, I guess, about 4 or 5 days now. And this weekend I was really sick. I mean, I lost my voice for 2 days, and I know my husband and my kids really enjoyed that part. I, however, did not, because it's hard to get the point across when you're like just having to move your hands and like, yeah. So, anyways, I was really sick and I just didn't feel good. I had a head cold, not only that, but I had like a bunch of other health issues going on. So I just did not feel good. And if you guys have been sick over the weekend, maybe you partied too hard, I don't know your life, but I wanted to do just a really nice, natural, just like wide awake look here, like I'm here, you know, I showed up for work, whether you are sick or not. And it just kind of makes you feel better with about half of the work that you normally put in when you put on your makeup. So it's just a really simple makeup look with a couple little like tips and tricks along the way. So if you guys want to see how to get this look right here, then keep watching. Okay, so I washed my face using the Polished and Radiant Facial Scrub. I really like this one. This one is supposed to help your skin look brighter. So I got it just for that because I do have some discoloration from acne marks. And I really want my skin to look really bright, and it does smell really good. So this is just the Equate brand. You can totally get this at Walmart for a couple dollars. But this is what I used to wash my face this morning. And then as far as toner, you are going to need any kind of toner. I really enjoy the Dickinson's original Witch Hazel toner. I've been using this for a while now, as you can see in the bottle. So you're supposed to tone your face before you use the mask. So as for the mask, I'm going to be using this aloe vera mask. I picked this up at Walmart the other day for I think $2.50. They have all different sorts of masks, but I went with the aloe vera one just because I feel like I have the best luck with those masks. So I'm just going to open it up. I really enjoy sheet masks. Like, even when I'm not going somewhere, I just enjoy them in general. I don't know why. They just, I don't know. They just seem to work better, feel better. I don't know. I just really enjoy them. I actually have a couple coming in the mail. I made a little purchase because this is my birthday month, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy myself some little something. So I went to Elf, their website, and made a little purchase there. Yeah, I knew. Okay, I think I have it the right way. Which way does the nose flap go down? Nope, turn it around, Monica. Okay, so I really like these aloe vera masks, for one, because I feel like they are so soothing, and because the hydration is like so good. A lot of masks will say hydrating, but I feel like the aloe vera ones are the best at hydrating anyways. So we're just going to put it on, and we're going to smooth it out to kind of shape our face here. Get above our lip. And these masks are always like too big for my face, but that's okay though. Still doesn't deter me from using them. So I just smooth it down on my face, and you're supposed to let this sit on your face for about 15 to 20 minutes. What I like to do is, when it's sitting on my face, I kind of like to give myself a little face massage. So I just take my fingers and the juiciness from the mask. I show them all on my lip. And I just like to work it upwards. Just like that, kind of like a little mini facelift. So I'm just going to do that for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to go to the bathroom. We're going to rinse our face off. Don't forget to put the remainder down here on your neck, because your neck is important too. Oh, that feels so good with being sick. Oh. Okay, so anyway, so when this is done, we're going to rinse our face off and put on a moisturizer, and then we'll be back to put on our makeup. Okay, my face feels amazeballs, okay? It feels so soft and just hydrated, which is definitely what you want after you've spent a long weekend of blowing your nose and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of primer. I'm going to use the same primer that I showed you guys in my last video, if you watched it, which is the e.l.f. primer, the green and the pink ones. The green one is if you are having breakouts, you just apply this to your spots that you're broke out in. And the pink one is just to give you a poreless appearance. So I'm just going to apply that on my face. Applied our primers, we're going to go in with our foundations. I'm going to be using two, just like I used last time, which is the CoverGirl Oil Control Foundation for the center of my face, and then the outer part is going to be this Maybelline Instant Rewind. I'm just going to do it just like I did my last video, apply the oil control where I get really, really oily, which is just in the center of my face, and the part that we still want to keep pretty light and bright, because the Maybelline is just a shade, I wouldn't say it's a shade, it's just a little bit darker than the CoverGirl one. So I'm just going to apply this in the center of my face. Not too much, because we want to have full coverage and we want to look light and bright, but we also don't want to look like we're so sick and we just caked a bunch of makeup on our face. So before I start blending it in, I'm actually going to take a little bit of this setting spray, and I'm going to just spritz my face with it a little bit. Just like so. Just like so, and I'm going to take this damp sponge and start blending it in. With concealer, but I want to tell you guys, I wish you could see my skin in person. It looks so beautiful. Like, just with just the foundation on, it looks so nice and hydrated and healthy, and it just doesn't look like I've been sick all weekend long. So anyways, I'm going to go in with my concealer to cover, you know, dark circles and spots. We're just going to use the Maybelline Master Conceal. I really like this one, but you can go a little overboard with it, so keep that in mind. Today we're just going to try to use about half of what we normally use. So about a pea size on the back of my hand. I'm going to use a brush just because I feel like with a brush, it kind of keeps me from applying too much product. And I've been starting right here. Most of the time, people will start like right underneath their eye, and they're like, well, why does it all settle into my fine lines? Probably because you're starting right there and it's just really, really heavy. So I like to kind of just put it right there, work it up a little bit, put it in that kind of like V shape, and then go along the side of my nose. Cover up any little spots that I'm having over here. And then just do the other side. Okay, so again, we're going to go over it with a little bit of the little setting spray. I just feel like it helps like blend everything into my skin. So a couple little spritz there. Try not to cough this time. And then I start just blending it upwards. I feel like it helps melt the makeup into my skin a little bit better, so we do look a little bit more real. To add a powder, but you're going to want to go with something that is light but is also going to control a little bit of the oil, because you will get a little bit dewy looking out through the day, but that's totally okay. You know, not overly dewy, but you want to look like you just want to look fresh. So I'm just going to use this CoverGirl Clean powder. I have hit pan in this, like beyond pan. I mean, it's gone. It's gone. Okay. But anyways, I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to take my little sponge, make sure there's no creases underneath my eyes, because I'm mainly going to be applying this in my T-zone, because that is where I get oily at. But I don't want to go too crazy or too cakey with the powder like I like the Airspun one. But I am going, because I'm going for more of a just natural rested type look, you know, where you just want to look fresh. I'm choosing not to go too crazy with the powders. So just keep that in mind. and really have been enjoying these light looks. I don't know, I just have been getting into them. I don't know, I guess because it just takes such little time. But I just go underneath my eye in that little triangle shape and upside of my nose. A little bit on my eyelid there, because I am going to be putting a little bit of eyeshadow up there, but nothing too crazy. My little forehead. Okay, now the trick to this is to take your sponge and to go right over that powder that you just put down. That kind of helps just seal everything up, and if there's any excess powder on your face, it kind of helps it just blend in a little bit. Because I mean, our goal is for it to look like our skin. Obviously, with any makeup look you're doing, whether you're doing this one or, you know, a full-on glam, you still want it to look good. So just go back over the spots. Okay, next we're gonna go in with the eyeshadow. This is like the easiest thing. I love doing this. Like, I don't know, and it's so simple, and it's just crazy simple. So you're just basically gonna take any light, bright, like white, cream, pearl color, whatever you want, totally up to you, eyeshadow, and take your little brush, tap it off a little bit, start in the end corner of your eye, and go all the way up. I know you guys are like, what? Our goal is just to leave this up here really light and bright, because it makes your eyes look like, you know, they're not as tired, and you've got a good night's sleep. And the best part is, you know, you don't have to worry about blending out your eyeshadow or using 15 million eyeshadows. You're just putting this on there and you're done pretty much. So I just cover my whole entire lid with a little bit of that really light, bright color. I don't even know what to call it. I'm so out of shape, you guys. I missed filming for a week and I come back and don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I know. Oh, eyelash. As far as the eyeshadow, that is it. You can add more if you'd like, but that's what I'm leaving mine as today. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with my lashes. I'm just going to curl them to get them, you know, up right where they're supposed to be. And then I'm going to use this Big Eyes from Maybelline. I really like to use the bottom part here because the wand is so small and it can get in there. So I'm just going to I'm going to skip the eyeliner and just apply basic mascara. Are just going to comb them over, and if you don't need to color in your brows, then just go ahead and add some brow gel and you're good to go. But I like to kind of just color mine in and, you know, give them a little bit of life because mine are not that dark. So I'm just going to darken them up just a little bit. Don't go too crazy with it. Like I said in my last video, just keep them nice and clean. Same with the mascara, just, you know, apply a couple of coats, but don't go too crazy or too, you know, over the top with it. Just a nice couple, you know, coats to let people know your lashes are there. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows using my little bitty teeny tiny pencil. I need to actually get one today. Now we're going to focus on just adding a little bit of color into the face. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. Golden Bronzer palette here. It's just got some really nice shades in there. I've hit pan on this as well because I really, really love it. Love it, love it. Take my brush here. Just give it a little swirl around there. Remember, you don't want to go too crazy. You don't want to make it look like, you know, you weren't, you weren't sick at home recuperating. You actually went to the beach and got tan. Don't add like, you know, Jersey Shore stuff on there, but just add a little bit of color back in the face. Hair gets everywhere. A little bit on the chin, the jawline, ears, down the neck, nose. Don't really go too crazy on the nose because I want to keep that really light and bright, you know, there. And all of this is using a light hand. Move all my hair back out of my face. Okay, so let me figure out which one it is. Okay, so you know I cannot not contour, so I'm going to contour a little bit. So I'm just going to use the really light color out of this Dulce de Leche. I really like the light color out of this one, but I'm not going to go too crazy. Just underneath my eyes, kind of keep that light and bright. Add a little bit of that back because we lost just a little bit of that. You just want to brighten that up there. You can go on the sides of your nose or down the middle if you want. Okay. And then the next one is the darker shade here, which is from the Caramel Toffee palette. This was the first one before they changed it to like the yellow one, but I still use it. Screw a little bit there. Looks good, nothing too crazy. So now I'm going to go ahead and go on with a blush. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild Illuminating Palette. This is the Catwalk Pink. I'm just going to use this shade right here. Alright, we're going to go in to add a little bit of something to our face here. So we're going to use this Honeydew Cream Pigment that I think I used in my last little video. I'm pretty sure I did, just because I've been loving this as a little highlight. Center of my nose, down right there. Hear Riley in there singing. Take a little brush, and I'm just going to do just very lightly at the arches of my brows right here and the inner corner of my eye. Because even though we are wearing eyeshadow, we're not wearing a lot, so I don't want it to, you know, be blinding. I don't want it to stand out. I don't want you to notice that I am wearing eyeshadow. Okay, now I'm going to take my sponge and just kind of go over everything that we just did. Just kind of lock that into place there, just like so. Plus a little bit of that moisture just kind of helps it, you know, melt into your skin and looks a little bit more natural. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our lips. I just have some basic chapstick on right now. I'm just going to take this pencil that I believe I got from my friend Mary. She sent it to me. It's just a mauve color, and we're just going to lightly, not line our lips like we're going to put lipstick on them. We're just lightly going to just give them just a little bit of shape and color. My setting spray, so we want it to last. Let it sit on there just for a second. Fan my face, take out my sponge. Make sure everything is nice and sealed. The sponge is going to be your best friend during this look. But I really like this one because if I get close up to people, they can see that I'm wearing makeup, but you can still see my skin through it, and my skin through it looks the healthiest and most hydrated and moisturized that it can look. So I look good. You know what I mean? And I still feel like I have full coverage. Okay guys, that is it. I really hope you enjoyed my really raspy tutorial, but I wanted to get a video done and hopefully put up for you guys so you know that I do care. But everyone does get sick, unfortunately, and sometimes it lasts a lot longer than what you hope and anticipated. Especially with me, I don't have a very strong immune system. So when I get sick for a long period of time, and unfortunately it really, really sucks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little tutorial, and if you are sick, I hope this helped you look at least awake, light, bright. You're there, you showed up, you do care. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. Don't forget to like this video, leave me some great comments below. If you have not subscribed, I would love to have you join my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.